guys, welcome back to my channel, Renee Nicole I am Renee Nicole. Welcome back. I am here to hop into a topic that we all can relate to as solopreneurs. If you are a solopreneur, entrepreneur, and you are just in the starting phase of your business, I want to talk about how to keep motivated when you are in the early stages, the not so profitable stages of starting a business. So I have 7 steps here on how you can stay motivated when you are in the beginning stages of a business and you're not seeing a lot of money yet, if any. It's in that time that a lot of people give up and a lot of people quit because they're like, I got bills to pay. Believe me, I get it, I understand. But I'm here to help motivate you to pursue your dreams, to pursue your goals of being self-sufficient, of being a entrepreneur and making your own money, having your own business. One of the reasons that I know I and so many other people have pursued, starting a business is to be able to set your own hours, to have freedom and to have, control over your time. Also to have a quality of life, if you want to be able to make it to events, family events and things like that. I know my job has hindered me in the past from making certain events, and I want to be able to do what I want to do now with business. And I talked about this with my sis Lillian on our podcast, Book God Podcast. Make sure you check that out. But yeah, we talked about this a little bit, and it's like with entrepreneurship comes more work, even more work than clocking into a 9-to-5, because you're responsible for everything. But there's also a lot of freedom and a lot of liberty and the potential to gain generational wealth that I feel like you can't put a price tag on that. So we're gonna hop into these seven ways that I recommend that you stay motivated. Number 1, make a plan and treat your business like a full-time job. You hear it all the time, you have to treat it like a full-time job. You have to put in 8 hours or 8+ hours in order to see fruit in your business. And it's true, it doesn't necessarily have to be 8 hours, but it definitely has to be set apart. Time has to be set apart for you to solely work on this business. And that can be creating business plans, that can be creating marketing strategies, that could be, writing, copy for your website. Like, there's a lot of details that we forget about on the back end. That scares people away sometimes. The admin work sometimes is not our best friend. But I believe if you set apart time for each task, and really, even if it's like a day, like today is the day I'm working on marketing, I feel like that takes away the stress. I actually was watching a video by Maddie James, who is a lifestyle influencer. And she talks about that a lot of the time we get overwhelmed because we make a checklist this long of 20 different things that we want to accomplish in one day, and you're not going to do all those things. Put 3 things on a list, tackle the biggest thing first, and then the rest of your day runs pretty smooth. I think that's a great tool that I borrowed from her, in that just don't overwhelm yourself. Don't try to create this long list, because I know that even in the workplace frustrated me, is when I had this long list, this long to-do list, and it felt like I could never get one thing done. But I think if you focus on one thing and then on the next and then on the next, rather than trying to do a million things at once, you'll feel more accomplished. So that's step number 1. Step number 2, take time away from your business. Can't stress this enough. I did this a lot too in the workplace, and that's one of the things that I feel grateful for, is that I have worked, some cool jobs. I've worked, a lot of different type of office positions, and I've pulled a lot of what I learned from there into creating and starting my business. And what I do is I get up, I walk around, I take breaks in between each task, even within the, in the task, even if it's not completed yet. If I've been working on something for a while, or if I find myself meeting like a roadblock, sometimes I'll just get up and I'll stretch. I might walk outside when it's nice out, go fix myself some tea, I've been drinking decaf coffee every now and then to like, it gives me a little boost, not like caffeinated coffee, but without that caffeinated coffee feel. So I'll go get me some decaf and my vegan dairy-free creamer. And sometimes that'll give me a little spark and help me come back more energized. Now, I'm not gonna say it works every time. Sometimes I'll go away and I'm like, I don't wanna go back to that computer. You know, it gets uncomfortable for me at times. So that's why it's, you know, for me, I know yourself, I say this all the time, but like I like to use my laptop sometimes so I can sit comfortably, you know, if I wanna lay down or if I wanna like sit in like a chair that reclines, I can use my laptop and do work that way. Works for me. Next step number 3, work part-time or freelance. A lot of the time it's the money that keeps us from being able to, you know, treat our early stages of our business like a true business. And of course, that's completely understandable. Now let me say this, not everyone has the opportunity to, you know, fully commit to their business or just focus on their business. You might be, you know, it might just be you and you don't have the help or support and you have to work full time. And that, believe me, I've been there. I was just there, so I get it. So if that is the case, take your laptop to work on your lunch break, get some things done. I used to do that all the time. I would bring my planner, my laptop, my whole lunchtime. I would find somewhere where I could get by myself, which was hard sometimes because the lunch area, people come in and they want to talk. And sometimes even like I would go to the little cafe and people would see me and be like, hey, I want to talk. So I had to find my little secret areas to get things done. But once I did, that's what I did. And I did it every day. And I created a schedule for myself where I would get up earlier, a little bit earlier, get some work done, do some work during my lunch break, and then try to get some things done in the evening. And, you know, really, really utilize the days that I'm off to get a lot done, because I don't like to, I'm not the type of person that's gonna work 8 hours and then come home and work 8 more hours on my business. It's just like, I gotta fit sleep in there somewhere. I gotta fit workouts in there somewhere. I need me time. Like all that is important for my mental health. So find ways you can like put this into your schedule without it boggling you down. And it might mean that it takes you a little bit longer to get to where you want to go. And that's okay, because at least you are taking the steps and you're still having income come in from your full-time job. And yeah, I think that that's a perfect way to kind of balance the two. Oh, and back on that, because I didn't finish that thought. So working part-time or freelancing will give you the freedom to bring in some money, you know, and make sure you're getting paid what you're worth. You know, like you might want to put your services on Upwork, and you might want to edit. You might want to edit papers or edit, you know, a book. People are always looking for editors. If that's your thing, you might want to do some writing. You might want to do some accounting or whatever it is that your skill is on the side, or even get a part-time job at like a Amazon or like a, you know, a temporary position where you can make some money and use the rest of your day to focus on your business. But make sure you focus on your business, and make sure if home is a distraction that you go to Panera Bread, that you go to Starbucks. I know right now aren't the most, you know, it's not normal times where we can comfortably do that, but you might be able to go to a library, or maybe if you have room at your house, you know, if you have like a patio space, somewhere where you can get away and focus, do that, because your business, your future is worth it. Number 4, recruit help. There are people out there willing to help you. You might have a family member who wants to see you succeed, or is looking for a way to, you know, do something else too, creative or whatever it may be, and is willing to help you. You might be able to find a college student. A friend recommended this to me the other day, who might be willing to help you with certain tasks. Maybe they'll do your social media, or maybe they'll help you with editing, you know? So you'd be surprised that there are actually people out there willing to help you. And if you have the funds to maybe break them off a little bit, a little something, you know, on your level of ability. So yeah, I think recruiting help can really help take things off your plate. Something that I'm really trying to learn to do, even like when I was in leadership positions, is just learning to delegate and to not put everything on myself and thinking, oh, I know the way I want it done, I'll do it my way. No, that leaves you burnt out, and that also leaves you not getting things done efficiently. So why not find someone who's willing to help and recruit them? Step number 5, study, research. There's so many free tools out there. Instagram is a free tool. I find so much information, like I share with you what Maddie James share with her viewers. There's so much information, even on social media, YouTube, that will tell you what you need to do in your particular field. And a lot of it nowadays is more entertaining than it used to be. It doesn't feel like school or reading a textbook. Like, there are a lot of great personalities now on the web that are teaching what they know. When it say you're like interested in finance, Earn Your Leisure is a channel that I talk about a lot and that I watch, and help me learn a lot about finances, help me learn a lot about stocks and, you know, saving for the future and wills and things like that. So yeah, do your research and learn about your craft, because that's what's going to make you better, and that's what's going to help you find more effective tools in being successful and seeing your business flourish and grow. Number 6, talk to the Lord, okay? God is my very best friend, and when I am like honest with him and be like, God, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Show me what to do, order my steps. I hear from him, and he does just that. So I encourage you to build a relationship with God and just talk to him like he's the homie, and he will answer you back and tell you exactly the way that you need to go, direct your path, and he'll open doors. It'll just like be seamless when it's go time. Like, he'll just open doors and create paths that you never even knew existed and that you never would have expected, but it's a God thing. And so learning to talk to him is everything. It's so necessary for every part of your life. I encourage you to get to know him today, okay? Last but not least, in the words of the great Aaliyah, rest in peace, we just celebrated 20 years of her life in heaven, her eternal life. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Try something else. It's okay. Or try it again in a different way. Or try it again in the same way. But if you don't succeed on the first or the second or the third try, don't give up. There's so many famous quotes, like from Michael Jordan, about how he got, you know, how many times he's failed and how he got cut from his high school basketball team, and now he's one of the arguably best basketball players of all time. Not even arguably, he is one of the best, if not the best basketball player of all time. So if you don't succeed, get up and try again. Like you that's part of life. You lose some games, right? But then you also have the potential to win. So go ahead and dust yourself off, baby girl, baby boy. You got it in you. Try again, okay? If you gotta try something new, if you're gonna try the same thing, but just try again. That's all, folks. I hope that this encouraged you and blessed you and motivated you in the beginning stages of your business. You can do this. We are in this together. We're going to be successful. We're going to be fly. We're going to make money, and we're going to do it with joy and with peace and no anxiety and no stress. So let's do this. Let's accomplish great things together. Focus, stay focused, and drop in the comments below what are some of the tools and resources that you use to stay motivated, especially in periods where you're feeling like this ain't doing nothing, like this ain't adding up to nothing. What am I doing this for? Drop comments below, and I would love to hear from you. Also, always make sure you follow me at Renee Nicole I Am on all social media platforms. check me out over there on Instagram and Facebook and on the Twitter and all that stuff to see what your girl up to, and TikTok. I'm on TikTok more than I'm on Twitter, and I have a good time over there. So come on, have a good time with me. That's it, folks. Go out, go get to work, do what you gotta do. That's it. Love y'all.